Hi folks, Matthew here. Let's see, so I want to try and do a couple of these lectures. I'm not sure how they're going to go, to be honest with you. I have the information up on D2L under the lectures, right? But I want to actually provide like a lecture, something that where you can see me and you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I can pull up some extra resources. And through that, you can get a better understanding of kind of the content in the module, right? So when I do these, I'm going to cover some stuff about the module itself, some of the assignments. In this particular one, we're going to look at critical literacy and bibliotherapy. And then I'm going to read chapter 1 of a series of unfortunate events and then introduce the memory project. So I hope you'll follow along and take a look at this. We're just going to go over this kind of briefly, the definition of critical literacy and what bibliotherapy is. So the article is here in D2L, and you can find it where it says children's literature promotes understanding. And in here, it's got some detailed information about what critical literacy and bibliotherapy are and what they're for. But just in general, bibliotherapy is the use of children's books, right, to help kids work through a thing or something else. So this can be useful for not just therapy, but for teachers and parents and so forth. And we do this all the time, right? A series of unfortunate events is actually a great book to use for bibliotherapy. And hopefully you'll see that as we read that book. Critical literacy is, if you break down the words, literacy means functioning with whatever you're working with, right? You're literate. Sometimes it can be media literacy, where you can do all kinds of things with media. It can be, we can talk about traditional literacy, which is, being able to read and write. We can talk about critical literacy, which is being critical of any piece of text. So you could criticize, take into account, hi. You want to come over here and say hi? Okay. This is my son, Emmett.
Hi.
And that's my daughter, Tara.
I'm just planning a graduation party.
They're so cute. Okay. Let me work, okay?
I'm planning his graduation party.
Huh.
Do I want something in the camera that's on the other side?
Ooh, that's a great question. Can we talk about that afterwards? My son is very, very inquisitive. They flip the image, don't they?
I'm helping planning my dad's party.
Thank you, baby. Can you find another place where the image is flipped like that? Go check the mirror. See if the mirror flips the image. Okay. So, critical literacy is, being able to criticize those things. So, when you could listen to this lecture, for example, and then come up with the things that you like and that you don't like, the things that are valid and invalid about this lecture, and that would be applying critical literacy to this particular lecture. Then there's my partner being silly over there. Okay. Anyway, you want to say hi? Yeah. Okay. Well, the kids already did, so.
Don't flip the image, because once you put your head close to the side of the mirror, it turns more of your head.
That's right. So, can you go check for a book? See if there's any books that talk about that? Maybe?
It's time to go. There is one. The walk that
Oh, okay. All right. So, Emma, I really got to get back to this. I'll get back to you in just a minute or two, okay? Let me finish this up. So, let's go through kind of what happens with bibliotherapy. So let's say, hey Emmett, can you give me that book that you just had? Can you tell our friends about the book? That would be really helpful.
the image is flipped, so I'm really on the other side, but the image is flipped, so I'm on the other side I'm not on.
Okay, so can you show the book?
This is a book about a rock that can't roll down the hill.
And what is what emotion is the rock doing?
Sadness.
Sadness. And so what does the rock do to cope with his sadness? Does he throw a fit? What does he do?
He tried to get rubber bands and drink himself into a rock that can roll.
Oh, is he successful at the end?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. So what's the book about? Is it about sadness or is it about sticking to something until you can do it?
It's about sadness and sticking to something.
Oh, it's about sadness and... Okay. What do you think we should do when we're sad?
See the image is really flipped.
You were really impressed by that, aren't you?
Yeah, because you flipped the image so something that's on one side comes out on the other side.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Can you go downstairs for me? Okay, so okay. Let me do this, okay? Thank you. So, obviously Emmett is very enamored by the fact that the camera flips. So what I was doing there is we're identifying the problem, and then we're brainstorming, and then I would help him select advantages and disadvantages of those solutions, explore, implement those things, and then take a look at those solutions and see if they work. This week, so I'm homeschooling, we're homeschooling our kids right now during the pandemic, and my wife is an educator also, and she's designed a unit on managing your emotions this week. So we're going to follow it up at the end of the week with watching Inside Out, and same thing, that's bibliotherapy. So a series of, hey Emmett, I need you to keep it off, please. Thank you. A series of unfortunate events is very useful for that. All American Boys is very useful for that. It talks about police brutality. And before I go into the reading of a series of unfortunate events, I want to just briefly discuss critical literacy. So when we think about critical literacy in terms of education, we can apply that to curriculum development, i.e. Choosing things for your classroom, right, including children's books. And the very first way is the contributions approach. Actually, I've got a graphic that shows this better. Huh?
Like Emmett?
Sure.
Can I tell them about something like Emmett?
Sure.
What do you want?
Let's do something different, okay?
Okay.
How do you think we could be inclusive with our book choices? What kinds of things should we only read about boys and white people who are...
No, you can read about all kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this gives a way to kind of do that. So I'm going to let you read the article for the rest of that and kind of see what happens. And then when you get to here, to the I need to work on this, okay? All right. When you get to the discussion board, I want you to answer the question, why is it problematic to choose a book with black characters or queer characters or any other group, and to assume that this is enough to represent all people in that group? Like if we have queer characters who, you're saying that all queer characters are like this, right? Why is that problematic? So when you do that, come up with a statement, use evidence from the readings, use evidence from some of your children's books, videos, and then post on the discussion board. You're welcome to link to YouTube videos. You're welcome to do a 1-minute TikTok. You're welcome to do audio. You're welcome to include memes, text. This should be a place where you can actually discuss and feel free to do that. You don't have to cite any sources. Do refer to them somehow. Like if you say, if you talk about those Banks' approach to multicultural education, then I want you to kind of refer to that, but you don't have to cite it or anything. And then I have, see if anybody knows this. We'll see. Anyway, it's meant to be fun. So if you don't understand it, that's totally okay. So here's what I want you to do. When you post, the initial post should be up by Sunday at 11:59. And then next week, which is the second week of our module, I want the responses up by Friday. Then the final thing you should do is go back to your own original post and either summarize the topics in one response or respond to each person individually. And they should be finished on the last day of the module, which is Sunday, January 31st. I want to tell you, it's definitely true that there's a lot of work in these modules. But if you pace yourself and keep up, then you'll be set. Remember, the class is only 8 weeks long, so we're kind of cramming a lot into a little space here. So let's see. Up here in the course info, in the textbook, we have children's books. And in there, I've got the reading requirements, but I've also got a link to a series of unfortunate events, the first book. The Bad Beginning. And I realize that I'm going very, very long on time here. So I think I'm going to wrap this up. This is a fantastic book. Please make sure you've read through chapter 5. They're not very long. The chapter's not very long. And I'll try and adjust my lectures next time so that I can read a whole chapter of this later. Because we still have one other thing.
1, 2.
Guys, go downstairs. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we have one other thing to actually go over. Make sure you read that a series of unfortunate events, okay? Okay. Where is it? Might hear Sophia the First in the background because it's on in the background. So down here at the bottom, you're going to give me a proposal. No thanks, bud. Stop. Okay, so, sorry about that. Expect that pretty much the whole semester.
Yeah.
So, a memory project is a way to present your books. You should be able to present each one of your books with this memory project. So you have to read, I think it's not 30, I think it's 20 picture books. Oh no, 30 picture books because you have 20 plus. Oh no, it's. I think that's incorrect. Okay, so things that I've seen before are a memory bag. Get an object for each individual piece of each individual book. For example, for Frog and Toad, I've seen like a little ornament, frog ornament, right? You can do a series of TikToks. Actually, that's what I want to do this semester. You can create Pinterest pages. You can do a web page. You can do Lego villages. You can take a selection of your books and just do that. Once you've figured it out, download this and just kind of tell me what you want to do. Don't have to have anything formal right now. It doesn't have to be set in stone. All you have to do is to give me a couple sentences about kind of what you're thinking, where you're at right now. And then get to work on reading those books. That's incredibly important. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the kids interrupting. But you know, honestly, if we were face to face, probably have my kids in class anyway. So please remember that you can contact me at any time. You can text me through my Google Voice number. You can contact me through email, or you can set up an appointment with me. I think I already even have an appointment set up with one person for tomorrow, so I appreciate that. Please let me know if I can do anything to help you out, and let me know what I can do to tighten up these lectures, because this part of it is a little bit new for me. So what can I do to make things a little bit better? Let me know that, and if you need anything else, please reach out to me, and I am happy to help. All right, happy reading and happy discussing.